today, I will be visiting the world's craziest Christmas decoration displays. I will see everything from vintage decorations to animatronics and of course a ton of Christmas lights. First place is a huge Christmas walkthrough that definitely won't fail to get you into the holiday spirit. The first person to come along is Jackson. We were here last year and now we're back.
And at the end of this trail, you get to actually meet the real Santa. I am so excited for that.
This area is a bunch of different Christmas trees with different items. Like this one's made out of all chairs. Why? Probably because they had a bunch of extra chairs and now it's a Christmas tree. And how could I forget these back there? You got the Minions. Guys, take a crazy guess. Which one will he pop out of? I don't remember seeing this at all last year. It's Christmas decorations made out of real trees. This is great. You got a fire pit and all the snowmen have melted. Here's a classic. You have Coca-Cola with the polar bear. I have no idea why that was such a famous ad, but for some reason it was.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Who is it?
It's Santa! The funniest meme ever! Now this is what I'm talking about. Crazy Christmas lights. Stuff like this is what makes Christmas time. I had no idea what to say there.
Christmas. Look up there. I think it's supposed to be E.T. Now here's a movie I definitely need to rewatch. I know everyone loves A Nightmare Before Christmas, but I don't remember one thing from it. I gotta say, this is probably one of the best parts here. It feels like a Christmas wonderland.
So we did the entire walkthrough, and you may think we're done, but there's one last thing to do, and that's meet Santa!
I think I'm taking a video.
Next location to visit is more about the animatronics they have rather than displaying Christmas lights. If you guys like animatronics, this is definitely the place to look at. Every corner you turn, they got animatronic stuff. Oh, and Cheeseman's here. So over here, it looks like we got some snowmen and they're loving it. This is pretty cool though. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cooking up pizza.
It's like Coke. Coca-Cola, guys.
Oh, yeah. Now, in this section, we got a mishmash of everyone. Miss Piggy, Elmo, some, like, knockoff Kermit. Now, I'm not really sure who that person is. I feel like he looks familiar, but I know that's Cookie Monster. If you're a fan of Rugrats, this is gonna be your favorite part right here. I never really watched that show that much, but for all the fans, here you go. Now, here's a classic, Winnie the Pooh. He's flying that kite. That's a pretty cool effect. It looks like it's actually flying. And then we got some more characters at the house. But let's not forget the greatest display. It looked a little blank, so they just had to throw up a little thing. He looks a little creepy, this one, but that's why they put him in the corner.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget when I first came here, there was this huge creepy Santa back here lurking in the dark, but they got rid of him ever since. He was too scary for kids. Hold on, guys, we had to take a break and come back outside. I almost forgot to wear the Santa hat.
I can't believe I forgot, but now we are really ready to go with these outfits.
Now we're entering what is probably my favorite part. Good old McDonald's.
Give me the Travis Scott burger, now!
All right, here he is. Now, you would think Batman uses the highest technology, but no, he's actually old school. That is like the most outdated phone, but hey, Batman likes his old technology. That TV is really good, but not only that, he's got an iPod. I mean, Batman never leaves the Batcave, so he doesn't really know what's up to date. Hey, Batman, you should probably turn around. That Bat radar's going crazy. Aren't you supposed to be doing something? Look at this, Santa's candy shop. If you want to know where Santa makes his candy, it's right in this house, actually.
And for the final part, we got the biggest display yet.
Take a look at that Santa back there. He's delivering all the gifts with UPS. Also, I do have to say, I like how Santa trusts Bugs Bunny and all of them more to drive the ship than his actual elves. And with that, sadly, it's the end of this place. For this third location, it's definitely one of my favorites. The person turned their entire house into a Christmas wonderland with almost every Christmas decoration you could possibly think of. The best part is they have a scavenger hunt to look at. We're gonna have to find all the stuff on there. Let's get looking. Right here, we have the nativity scene. And as a kid, I actually used to set this up all the time. I used to love going to people's houses and setting this up for them. I know you guys love the animatronics, so here you go. If you like that, you have these three right here. This is great. That snowman right there, I actually used to have for so long. I think they stole it. Now here we have Matt's favorite Christmas movie. Everyone put in the comments, Matt's favorite Christmas film is Elf. I think people overhate it. I actually like it. Matt, would you look at that? We found one of the items on the checklist. They have a huge Ferris wheel that looks like it probably moved at one point, but now it doesn't anymore, sadly. I think I just found another one. We got Minions. Look at this. Just when you thought you saw it all, we got Santa driving a truck. You can see him right in there. Look at that. It's snowing. It's a Christmas miracle.
Oh, the craziest part, at least to me, is that this is just a regular house. It's not like we're walking through an official business with all the money and stuff. It's just some random house, and they love Christmas. All that stuff we just looked at was one side of the house. There's even more stuff over here on the other side. Now, apparently, this was the first decoration the person bought. I saw some video on YouTube where they were on the news, and he was saying how this was one of the first purchases, and then from there, it just expanded into everything you see now. And I gotta say, I like this. The neighbors get involved. They just have a bunch of stuff on their lawn too. Over here in the shed, they have a whole little village. I used to love stuff like this, where the train would go around and everything. And then over in the other shed, I guess they usually have Santa in here, but it's a Wednesday night, so they're probably not gonna have him. Now over here, we have two classic Christmas movies, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and then my favorite Christmas movie, A Christmas Story. I gotta wonder though, where do they put all this stuff when Christmas is over? They probably have like 18 storage units for all this stuff.
Does he drive a Toyota?
And now for the final location on the list is an entire theme park that got rethemed to fit with Christmas. They have everything we've seen so far combined with animatronics and vintage decorations and of course Christmas lights. Let's check this place out. So right as you walk in, you have a family of gingerbread. It really gets you into the Christmas spirit. And this is only the beginning. This place has so many weird stuff. Like this thing. This is the creepiest looking statue ever. Now we got little red schoolhouse. Hey class, today subscribe.
Teacher, you forgot the homework? Buy merch.
Basically, if you couldn't tell, this place has many different fairy tales from your childhood. Hence why it's called Storybook Land. These are pretty unique. Each trash can has its own weird animal head. This one's a hippo. This is a little scary. We got the Little Red Riding Hood up this path. If I remember correctly, in the houses are animatronics, and you can click a button to activate it. Press the button. Oh, honestly, this thing's a little creepy, but... yeah, this thing's a little too creepy for me. We're gonna have to move on now. What the? Look at that thing. I am so glad to see these three pigs. We did a video going to weird statues, and this pig was one of them. It's the exact same weird looking pigs. And then if you look in here, they spin around really creepily. His hand looks a little infected there. We're about to get on this ride, and for some reason, they have Pet Boys at the top. Don't even ask me why. They probably just found it, and now here it is. Say Pepsi, please.
Pepsi, please.
All right, here we go. We got on the ride. We got some cool statues over there. We got this guy, big boy. We got the old-timey gas station. And that's it, the ride's over. Sleeping Beauty animatronic. We've been to Sleeping Beauties, now let's check out Snow White's castle. I mean, it is pretty cool to see animatronics still because most places have gotten rid of them over the years, so you barely see stuff like this anymore. I almost missed this one. Got the witch. She looks like she hasn't worked since the 60s. Here you go, just in case you forgot where we are, you got a huge sign for Storybook Land with Humpty Dumpty up there. This thing's been here for over 30 years and it still hasn't fell over. This was one of my favorite movies as a kid, Alice in Wonderland. This is like the beginning of the story where Alice falls in the tunnel, just like this. This is when she drinks the potion and then she starts going crazy. You got Alice talking to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And of course you got this creepy scene with the bunny and the Mad Hatter. And then as you exit, you have to go through the crazy maze. Even though you're taller than the whole thing, we're lost. Here's another animatronic. We got the three little bears. Where's Goldilocks? Oh, there she is. She woke up. I don't really remember this story, Rub-a-dub-dub, but we'll take a look at it. You gotta really get under to look at this guy. Here's Rub-a-dub-dub. All he does is move back and forth. We're like, look at this. It's like the littlest area ever to look at this dude. I bet all the adults love looking at this guy. And then in the pond here, you got Rubba and Dub and all the other Dub of Rub. Let's see what it's like to go in a whale mouth. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where they get stuck in the worm. There's like some guy laughing when you get all the way to the back. This is my favorite childhood story, the laughing whale. This is pretty cool. You got the animatronic nativity scene. I've actually never seen anything like this. And then if you look across from that, you got a garage full of old cars and fire trucks. The employees are dogs. Here's a big setup of animatronic stuff. The whole world comes alive. Everything here looks wonderful, besides for that creepy dude in the corner. Here's something I didn't know. Apparently these two were the official mascots of the Phillies from 1971 to 1978. Take me out to the ball game. Buy me some Corona burger merch. In this back corner, they have a whole light display going on in here. It's right in these woods with all these lights and everything. And for the last thing we had to do here was go on the train that goes around the park. We got the dancing spoon and plate. Oh, look at it. Fox is jumping over the moon or whatever that is. This statue was from another place we went to. That's great that they have it here as well. If you look at the top of this big cake, it says 68. I guess this park is 68 years old. Dang, dude, we came 1 year too early. That's it for the Christmas displays. I always love looking at this type of stuff. Make sure to subscribe, and I am now selling merch. Click the link in the description to get yours today.